Welcome to This Is Important, a production of iHeartRadio, the show where we only talk about what is most obviously very crucially important. Today on This Is Important...
Yeah, and she's like, this fucking 40-year-old dump truck tried to come up and talk to me.
Be like, okay, now you got to hit the second base bucket and land it inside the bucket.
Points.
Yeah, there's no wallet. Why even steal from me? I have no wallet.
Let's go. I'm still going to send it. Yo, I'm still going to send it, all right?
Oh.
All right.
Hey, you guys, instead of a clap today,
Go ahead.
I did a snap instead of a clap. Is that crazy?
That's insane.
You're so
Is that
jazzy.
the first time?
Oh, boy.
You're
Yeah,
such
I've never
a
done it
jazzy
before.
cat.
That's a good question, Kyle. I've never done it before.
You've never done
Jazzy
a snap
cat.
before. Wow, that's cool. Neither have I.
I don't know. I don't know
What's
if I
up,
talked with
dudes?
you guys about this. I did the MLB All-Star Game.
Oh, shit.
oh,
You
yeah.
had mentioned you were
Yeah.
going to do it.
What
yeah,
position
yeah.
did you play? Because I'm really jealous.
Dude,
that
I
you
didn't.
Were on
I
the...
didn't play my hit. I was so fucked up. I already was
right.
like,
you were
I'm
going to be a third base coach or something.
Yeah, I'm going
right?
to be a coach,
Right.
and then basically that just meant I don't play, and I just wear a jersey and stand out there.
You know what, though?
You didn't get to manage anything?
I saw you on Instagram doing some, like, pretty heavy torquage.
Yeah,
spinning your
I was
back
hoping,
with the bat.
because I was
I was
feeling
like,
pretty
what's
good, and I
this
was like,
dude's
if I
deal?
feel good, if I can make it through this batting practice, and I'm going to ask to play, and I was like, if I feel good, immediately after doing that, after doing batting practice, my whole side seized up on me, and I could barely
Did you
stand.
Whole.
So did you?
My
you,
whole
you
seized up
swung?
on me.
What field were you at? What
was
stadium were you at? What field were you at?
Seattle.
What's the
And
name
did
of
you
that one?
hit? You did batting practice?
Yeah.
Did you make contact?
Did I hit the ball? Yeah. Kyle, I know how to hit the ball.
Okay.
Nice,
Did you get
dude.
it out of the
I had
infield?
I had a batting cage on my roof, homie. I know how to hit the baseball.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm curious
Crank it?
about what that experience was like, because I think hitting in a major league stadium is a dream of mine.
We actually hit at the stadium next door, which was it was all divided off, but
Oh, never mind.
it wasn't like you were on
Academic.
at the actual stadium. It was the stadium next door in Seattle, which I think is the Seahawks stadium. And
That one's huge. Like it
was all
indoor?
partitioned off, and so we weren't just hitting like in the field. It was like a row of batting cages, and we were hitting like up into the stands.
Because
I
they
see.
wouldn't let you guys play on the actual field that was going to be for the All-Star game. Like,
Well, because
that
it
night or
was
the next day,
15
or
minutes
what?
before. There was already a crowd there. They had a full stage built because there was a band a performance. So
How
you
was
That's a
the,
bummer.
sorry.
I used to love watching batting practice. I would. That's weird.
I'm
That it's
sorry,
not at the
Kyle.
fucking.
I'm
That's
confused.
just weird.
that sucks.
Sorry,
And you didn't even
Adam, will
turn
you
into
step
the
this
game.
out a little bit more for me?
Yeah.
Feels over
So
engineered.
this is the celebrity All-Star game, right?
That's new,
Yes.
right?
No.
That's kind of
and
new.
it was the same day as the legit All-Star game, is what you're saying, right?
No. Nope. That's not
this
what I'm
feels
saying.
over engineered.
I'm saying that it's a celebrity all-star game. It's it was Saturday, I think, and then the actual game was Tuesday, I believe, and then
Way
Monday
far
night
away.
was.
Why wouldn't you guys just play in the stadium, baseball stadium?
We did
They
play
did.
in the baseball
They took
stadium, but the
batting
batting
practice.
practice was done next door.
Thank you.
Because it was already set up. The people were already in the stands waiting for us to play the game.
Right.
So
Okay.
we weren't going to go take batting practice in front
And
of
they
them.
weren't doing like public batting practice
yelling
for
at me
all
now.
the people to.
Well, there were
to watch.
people there watching. It was like an interactive, like, this is the fan experience. Thank you, Isaac. This is the
Right.
fan
Yeah.
experience next door, where you go
Right.
and you take your photo, act like you're a major league, hitter or whatever. I don't know. And then I just did batting practice and did okay. I was like, oh, I could actually do all
I
right.
could play.
But my God, dude, I was like, Skylar Aston, who is a way smaller man than me. He was in Pitch Perfect with me.
Mhm.
And-
Are we talking about Leave It to Steve? What's the name of his show?
I don't know.
He's
He
got-
told me,
he's
but
got
I
one of
can't-
those shows where it's got like the name and the title, where
Yeah.
it's like,
I think
Yeah.
you should, Steve.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not. I think you should, Steve. But
it's time for
but
you
it's
to fill
on.
out.
It's on CBS. And great guy,
I should be
friend of
Steving.
mine, but
Yeah.
way tinier than me. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to crush the ball farther than him. He hit a 3-run home run. Like just
Whoa.
belted it out. I was so
So-
impressed.
He's an athlete. He's got good hand-eye.
Out of the field.
Well, no, out of
Out
the
of the-
because they brought the
They bring the fence in.
the fence in a little bit, but
To
it's still
what? How far?
I have
Yeah.
no
Do you know?
idea, Kyle.
Oh,
But,
okay,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I bet-
curious.
I bet
I don't know
we
how
could
much
all
you know.
hit-
You know a lot about a lot of things, man. I'm just asking questions. I don't know.
I bet all of us could hit a home run in that field if it's the right pitch and you connect. And you connect, 'cause-
Baseball's funky. I don't think I'm so bad at connecting onto a baseball.
You can't
I'm
hit
not
a
good.
baseball?
I mean, I can hit a softball.
There's
Well,
Sounds
it
like
was
I hit a
softball.
baseball.
It was softball. So it's a celebrity softball game.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I could hit it out of the park.
What?
Okay.
I could hit it into the stadium next door.
But you're weird. I don't know
You
if
can
I've
definitely
ever hit,
clock softballs super far because they
I don't
got
know
a
if I've ever
cork in
hit
them or
a
something.
softball with a softball bat because they're
Oh, yeah,
they're like tinier bats. It was
they're-
kind of it was
skinny.
a little funky. It was a little
Well,
fun.
it doesn't the softball
Sports are
bat.
funky.
The softball bat is like the same diameter for longer than a baseball bat. A baseball
Because
bat
it goes
kind of
wide and then flattens out.
yeah, exactly. It like does a little
Why
V
is
thing and then
that?
flattens.
Mhm.
I don't know
Why is
why.
that?
I don't know why they do that in
But I had a
softball
cool
versus
team.
b-ball.
I had Donovan Mitchell from the Cavaliers on my team. I had Zach
Who? I'm
Levine
sorry.
on my team.
Who from
Zach-
the Cavaliers?
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, shit.
Spida?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, he was,
that's pretty
he's the man.
cool.
He was super cool.
Yeah, was everybody really nice, or were people like truly competitive, being dickheads?
No,
or-
everybody was super nice. I just don't know a lot. There was like a bunch of football players that for sure are very famous. I just don't know who they
Yeah.
are because I don't really follow
The
football.
helmets. you
Some
can't-
also
yeah,
some
it's hard to
baseball
tell.
players that I'm like, absolutely, this guy's a
Mhm.
stud baseball player.
Yeah.
There was
Did not
baseball
know.
players in the celebrity baseball.
Yeah, there was like
Retired.
retired baseball players.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Dwight
JoJo
Jordan.
Siwa was there.
What?
Omaha's
Okay, I would be
Oh.
starstruck right there. How did
And
she
who-
play?
She played. She
is-
didn't hit a home run.
You
or
don't know who
anything. She was-
JoJo
that?
Siwa is?
No, I don't.
I know,
mean, think
I know who Devin Sawa is.
Well, it's because you don't have little
Okay.
girls. Little girls like love her.
She's like, where's the bow in her hair? She was like she was just like sort of a pop star. I don't know. She was really big. She has
She
a
was
lot of shit in Target. And
she was a
stuff.
What's
YouTuber
her-
who kind of blew up, and
yes,
she's from
Target.
Omaha.
Yeah. Yes.
What's the song?
I don't know.
Dude, who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows
She's
what
just,
she
she's
does?
she's just like a product.
Yes,
She was, but then what
That's
was kind of
fucking
cool
cool.
is she came out as being lesbian, and then that was like a big deal. But now she's like a kind of like a cool.
she's from Omaha, so I'm like,
Oh, is she?
yeah. And so I go, hey, I'm from
Damn.
Omaha, and she was like,
Fuck off.
totally, dude.
She was like,
She was
"You're not a
kinda
girl.
not that
Get away
cool.
from me."
I don't think I
Yeah.
like JoJo Siwa.
Damn,
oh,
I'm
she
Team
kinda-
Siwa, bro.
No, dude, you would hate her. She sucked.
What's her deal? Was she focused or she just
He's a
didn't care to talk
seaweeder.
to
No,
her?
she just was very not interested in making any
Mhm.
friends. She was, I think, she was like doing a lot of
How old is
spreadsheets.
this
She was
girl?
really prepared. 20.
Is she
20,
that old?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I
like,
thought
this
she was-
fucking 40-year-old dump truck tried to come up and talk to me.
I mean, totally, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's the real of the situation.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
but to be perfectly honest, I did not like her that much. She was not that cool.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's Adam's opinion.
All right, fine, man.
I'm
Fuck.
trying to pop
I didn't have
Blake's
this
bubble
on my
because-
2023 bingo card.
Because he was saying like how cool JoJo Siwa is. I didn't think she was that cool. She wasn't that friendly.
She's a
And,
legend, mate.
No, dude, super fake. And when
Yeah.
she was
Whoa,
like kind of
whoa.
rude backstage,
Uh-huh.
What
not
the
really.
hell?
And then when
Adam,
she came,
Adam.
and
What
then when
the
she
hell?
came,
You're doubling
I actually
down.
like this. Some people got to tell the truth, man.
dude, and when she came in front of the camera, she would like light up, and suddenly she's a different person, and then she
Yeah.
wasn't that person before the cameras.
But and
Wow,
here's
dude.
the thing. Here's the thing about Adam Devine is
Maybe
that
she's
he'll
always-
light up. He'll light up for the
He's
cameras.
always on.
He's also gonna light up when he's going through security at the airport. He's gonna light up when he's like getting his coffee at the shop, and that's true, right?
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm not that different a person
No,
around you guys.
consistent
as
energy.
I
You
am
feel like you don't
when
have
the-
days where you're like maybe tired
one
and you
of those-
just
just one of
traveled
those
and now you're like,
days.
I don't fucking really want to do
Sure.
shit.
So
and
I'll
now
give,
I'm here
I'll
with
give
a 40-year-old
JoJo, I'll give
dump
JoJo
truck.
the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
Maybe she's having a bad day.
Maybe she was having a bad day. But when I met her, I was
you can't
going
have
out of
bad
my
days.
way to be like, hey, I'm also from Omaha. Cool. Where you from? This, that.
Bro, you're a
It was like
tryhard.
one word answers. It was like she hated either
Well,
she
what
hated
happened? Did
Omaha
she hear,
or
like,
she hated me
She
specifically.
probably hated Omaha if she was like, you know, like a young lesbian girl, and I don't know how accepting. Or is Omaha super accepting? I don't know. I'm making shit up now.
I mean, I have no
Well,
idea.
you're being empathetic in a way.
I was not.
That is. I
didn't grow up a lesbian.
I'm just
We're
trying to
making it
show up for my girl, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Yes.
weird that you're showing up for this person you've never met when one of your best friends
Never
is
met.
telling you she's not that cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
sometimes
she's-
when you have this
What
person
team
on
are
a
you on?
pedestal, it's hard to hear this kind of stuff. You know, I don't know who she is, but Blake
Yeah.
does.
I
just like the hot
wanted to, I
goss.
really wanted to really like her because I'm like,
She's Omaha.
this is cool. She's from Omaha. I feel like we'll have that. I know who she was just because she's super famous
She is.
with
She's a
dads with
legend,
little
man.
girls.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends that have little girls. So I know about her. And everybody was like, she's from Omaha. And so I'm like, oh, cool. And I have friends that took their kids to the JoJo Siwa concert and lost their minds. And they wear like rainbow colored headbands and shit. And I'm like, oh, this seems fun for the, fathers to take their little girls to. And then when I met her, she might have been having an off day. Wasn't that cool? Wish she
Right.
was cool.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
Well, with that said,
You know?
did your team win? Was she on your team?
And we lost. And was it?
How
she
bad?
good
Did
at
you get
baseball?
slaughtered? Did you get slaughtered? What was the
She
score?
was
at
the
end?
last
No, it
out.
was- yeah,
She
I
was
think
the
we,
last out.
You actually was.
I know,
right
I
before
watched.
Oh, boy. And were you
refused to bunt. Refused to bunt.
Really?
So you were
was asked-
coaching from the side.
was
You're
asked
like,
to
I'm the
bunt.
third base coach.
And,
Listen to what I
yeah,
say.
this is a coach.
She's like, why is the third
relationship.
base coach talking to me?
No, I'm not the one. The actual coach. I was just standing on the sideline. Essentially, I was not giving any real.
But refused, didn't take the bunt orders.
Damn,
that's
that's
interesting.
crazy.
That's a
That's
wild.
crazy.
That's a wild card. I don't know that I'd like to have that.
She said,
I
wild
was ready
card
to
on
switch
my team.
away. She was gonna hit the.
No,
Well,
no.
to be fair,
Siwa.
she did. I
Bunting's
guess
hard,
she hit
though.
a home run the year prior. I guess she
She
did.
did?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Is she
So
jacked?
how far is this fence?
she's not a small girl. Yeah, she's
Is
pretty
it
big.
the outfield? Do you have to hit it to the outfield to get a home run?
Pretty much
What's
like
going
half
on?
the
No, it's a-
outfield, Kyle. It's like half
Okay,
the outfield.
all right.
They put the fence.
And
in.
also-
It's a
Bunting's
real
hard.
hit. You gotta hit it. Yeah,
you got to
Makes
crank that.
sense. Yeah, you
She
gotta
got
crank
roids?
that soldier boy.
She roided out, dude?
That's probably
I'm
actually.
sure she plays softball.
I
She
think
probably
that's
saw
cool.
you as an adversary is what happened. She was
yeah,
like, this
dude.
guy might be as strong as me.
Yeah,
Just-
we're the same size, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I would like to give her the benefit of the doubt because you are right. Maybe she just was having it, but she was nicer to other people. I saw her, and then
Oh.
when the cameras were on, she really lit up and was having the
Yeah.
time of her life.
Well, that
So,
makes
I
sense.
don't know.
That makes
And
sense.
you're in the
to me.
background going, Omaha.
Yeah, I'm like Omaha stylish. She's like, get away from me.
Omaha.
Not
Go
him.
Big
Not
Red.
him. Not him.
She's like, oh god, this guy.
I think the coolest thing that the All-Star game for baseball that they just started. Did you get to see like the bunt competition? That's like my favorite thing now, where you try to bunt it in like little targets and stuff. It's
Dude,
kinda
I was
cool.
so good at bunting when I played baseball. Like
That's
really
badass,
good. And
dude.
it's hard to do. It's actually
Is
like
it?
a hard thing to do. Yeah,
Why
because
is
you
it
have to
that
like you have to absorb the shock really,
Right.
really well. You have to be like
Yeah,
and then
it's
fucking
delicate.
let it rock. Yeah.
Do they
it's-
bunt
otherwise you pop it
anymore
up.
in games, really?
I don't know.
Not much.
I
But
mean, there's
think
certain
they
Do
try.
they?
scenarios.
Do
Never,
you know
it
that
was
they
never
do?
like they were bunting like crazy. It's
Well,
like
you bunt-
if you
Well, I'm only asking because I
you
know
bunt
that
to advance a runner.
the game has changed in a way where there's no longer like skilled hits. It's everyone swinging for the fucking fences
Mm-hmm.
because someone crunched the numbers and it was like if you just go for a homer every time, the odds are that you're going to score more. Whereas they
Yeah.
used to
I
be
don't
like,
like that.
okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
say
go
right
for
now, I
a
don't
double,
like
I'm going to
that.
go for a single, like we need this, we need that.
I think
it was
they've
more
gotta-
strategic that way,
depth-
and then
the
someone
depth-
did the
they
analytics.
They have to
and was
still
like,
bunt. They have to still bunt, but it's a
So I'm
certain
just saying, I'm
scenario.
wondering if they even
You
The
do
death
it.
of
they
small
used to.
ball. The death of small ball.
You just don't
Yeah.
see it on like highlights. That's something that happens in like fifth inning when you're trying to advance a runner to second or you're trying to
at
advance a
this
runner.
guy.
That's it. That's just strategy. That is not.
I was
like,
only asking because for like the basketball All-Star game, it's like dunk contest, people still dunk. 3-point
Right.
contest, people are shooting 3-pointers. Is the bunting now like a fucking like, oh, they used to do this and now we kind of do it for fun on All-Star Weekend? I'm just asking.
I honestly think it was something that came over. They did it at like the Japanese like All-Star games. Is they did these like bunts, and then I think people saw it on Instagram and were like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like it's like a little accuracy challenge, and they're just trying to fill.
Are they doing
time.
that at the All-Star game? They're doing bunt challenges?
Yeah, it's like they put these big targets out, and you try to make it in the middle of like the circles.
See, that's
kind of
fucking cool, dude. That's like baseball practice shit. You got to hit it down the third base line in order to get to first base. That's great shit.
Yeah. Did you ever, Kyle? We used to have a coach that like he watched some video of like how to train kids for accuracy, where he'd put buckets all over the field, and you had to like. He would like be like, okay, now you got to hit the second base bucket and land it inside the bucket, or
the Home Depot bucket.
Yeah, it's just like a big ass like it was like a trash can essentially.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you would have to throw it
very big.
and make it in.
Well, because there's definitely spots like when you don't swing for the fences and you're just trying to do a looper for a base hit over the head of somebody and land into the fucking outfield. That's a great skill to have.
That was where I really shined. Just little loopers. I wasn't hitting a lot of home runs, but I was hitting some loopers. I wasn't going yard that often, but
I would love if they did like.
Neither was I. I was a bunter. I did a lot of bunting.
What do they call it when you're like between two bases and they're like playing like the back and forth?
Pickle. Yeah, playing pickle.
I would love to see like pickle, like a
All-Star pickle.
All-Star pickle, like who can fake and psych and whatever.
Joel McHale's knee would just explode if we did that.
No, not with the celebrities. I'm talking about like the All-Star game.
Dude, All-Star
like
caliber pickle.
They get the quickest guys out there, and then see who can survive the pickle.
Oh yeah, pickles were
and
always.
And it can be brought to you by Blake. Say it with me.
Grillo's Pickles. I like Blake's the only one that didn't say it. Why didn't you're the one who's always posting Grillo's Pickles, and then when we set you up,
he's embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed by you guys.
He wanted to deal with Vlasic, and he settled with Grillo.
He's still reeling from the news that JoJo Siwa might not be as cool as.
Well, what do you think, man? You just fucking clipped my wings, brother. I was flying high there, and then you just took her out, man.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Cut the clip. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying like more fun things. Like, don't they do like quarterback accuracy?
All-Star games fucking. Let's be honest. All-Star games fucking suck now. I don't know why I liked them as a kid, but they are so stupid.
I think they were. Well, basketball.
You're stupid.
Basketball used to be.
I am, but you were.
Well, wait. Why are they?
Basketball used to be really good. Like they actually tried. Like Kobe Bryant was there to take heads off. Like when it was him and Jordan was still playing, and Kobe was West and Jordan was East. That was like a hell of a All-Star game. They went at it
because you had
they used
rivalries.
To care. They used to
care.
They used to be super competitive,
and they were like, "Well, guess what? If we're here, we're gonna win. Like if we're here, we're doing it. We plan on winning." Yes. And now it's like, I feel like our society is like, winning isn't as cool now. Like trying hard isn't as cool. Like
they don't want to get hurt. They got the purse, and they don't want to get hurt in like the All-Star game. But you're right. That mentality that Jordan had, where he's like, "I'm the highest paid guy. I'm the best. I'm not gonna get hurt."
Yeah. Now they're like, "I'm the highest paid guy. I need to protect my asset." Okay.
But then I think
I got something for your asset.
Like, I forget what game it was, but like Paul George, it was some overseas game for one of those tournaments, and then like his leg just completely exploded. It's like brutal to watch, and it's like, oh, that shit happened not even in a real NBA game. Like, why am I risking the bag for something?
Right,
like
it is kind of risky because you're like doing like a second job or something.
But your money's guaranteed in the NBA, so you didn't risk the bag. But
no, but the team risked their player though.
Yeah, the team risked
but that's the difference between bitches and assholes right there. Is that's such a bitch way to look at it.
Which part? Which one's bitchy?
Of just like so worried about getting hurt, because you could get hurt stepping off a curb. Like there's all kinds of ways. And
Adam did. Adam did. Don't joke about that.
I agree with Adam on this.
NBA players, they play basketball all the time. It's not like they only play in the NBA. They play pickup games in the summer. You see the video of them.
Yeah, you're in practice,
and they're playing all the time. So it's not like
talking about practice.
They can't go all out at the All-Star game. You can go all out. It's one game.
Yeah,
and
you
by
should
the way,
be
they
able
now
to.
like take the bench. They're like, oh, I'm gonna sit out this game. I can't remember what the phrase is, but they're just like they rest.
Load management.
Management. And look, I understand that from like from a management thing. We're like, I want to rest my players. I don't want people getting hurt. Like I've invested in them. But guess what? If I fucking buy $400, $600 tickets to go see the Lakers and LeBron's not playing because of load management or whatever the fuck it is, I know he's not usually that guy.
Dude,
I've
had I mean I am the guy that did that. I bought season tickets to watch Kawhi and Paul George and the squad, and then those motherfuckers never played. It was like such a wasted season of me just going like, I guess I'll watch Reggie Jackson. And I like Reggie Jackson. He was good. He was a good player for us. But I'm like, he's not Kawhi. You came to see the star.
Yeah, it is.
So how often is there? Because like pitchers, you can't pitch them for like, but they're just load managing constantly
all the time.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Yes.
Well, now they're going to start making rules against it. But it's just it has gotten a little out of control.
Then play fewer games. Like what the fuck?
But that's less revenue. That's less revenue.
I know, but like.
It's all
everybody's
money
nickel and dime.
It's all money, honey.
It's crazy,
jumping over quarters to save pennies, bro.
With that being said, Zach LaVine and Donovan Mitchell were both very cool at the All-Star game. They're really cool NBA players to me. And
Zach LaVine, know what I mean? Part of the greatest slam dunk contest in history.
What a stud, dude!
Right, like that was. Game. Not only was it like he was amazing, but also who's the other dude who he just went tit for tat with back and forth?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, those guys were great.
Absurd acrobatics in the air. That shit was unbelievable.
It was very cool.
Donovan was the homie. He said that he was a fan, so I'm assuming he was a fan of Workaholics. And he was really tight, really cool. Zach, I'm not sure if he knew who I was or not, but he kept being like saying things that are sort of like backhanded compliments. Well, I think he liked me, but he kept being like, you know how when people they're trying to say like that you're being funny, but they say like you're stupid.
You're dumb.
A lot.
Yeah, dude, you're being
like,
a dumb
stupid, man. This guy's stupid. Yeah,
this is my childhood.
This guy's stupid.
You are so dumb.
And I'm like, idiots. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, you have Down syndrome, huh?
Hey, you are not funny.
Man,
I'm not sure if he liked me or thought I was funny or not, but he kept saying you're stupid and not funny.
Yo, hey, will you leave? Thank you.
Bro, put a mask on. You're ugly as
You're
fuck.
ugly and fat too.
Do you know how when people think you're really pretty, they tell you to cover up
everything?
Man,
when you talk.
Damn.
You know,
I want to fight you.
They think you're really athletic, and then when you say you're not playing in the game, they say "thank God" under their breath.
Thank God, because you suck at this game, dude.
Thank God.
Well, that seems like you guys really hit him off. Hit it off.
But now, my God, how awesome was it?
He said hit him off. That seems like you guys really hit him off.
How awesome it was to see these guys that are professional basketball players also just be fucking studs. Playing softball.
Yeah, they're great at everything.
Great.
Yes.
Like Aaron Gordon.
Steph Curry just won the golf tournament the other day.
Yeah, that was
that's sick.
Like Zach LaVine had like he jumped over the fence and snagged the ball to save a home run for us. Like just like elite level play. Like
jumped over the fence.
Jumped like was hanging over the fence. It would have been a home run.
Oh yeah, reaching. Yeah,
he reached.
Cool.
The genetics are crazy.
And then Donovan Mitchell. It was like that Hank Aaron play where he's like dead sprinting and caught it over his shoulder. Remember that from like way back?
What do they call those?
I think Willie Mays. I think it was Willie Mays.
It's a basket catch.
Yeah, and he did one of
Green
those.
Day's
like,
first album.
It's a basket case. Yeah, he did one of those. It was truly
you bite
impressive.
your lip, you close your eyes, and then you catch it like that.
You bite your lip.
Points.
I'm looking for it. Okay. Points. So wait, was it like so were you guys like partying in the back? Are you guys fucking smoking weed? Are you guys chugging buzz balls?
Oh yeah, who's the Blazers, bro? Who fucking
did JoJo Siwa outdrink you?
Yeah, dude. Did you beer bong and you were like, I can't?
No, there was no drinking during the game. Afterwards, I had a drink with Donovan Mitchell in the lobby of the hotel, which was pretty tight.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy.
What's his drink of choice?
I think he was drinking it was like an orange juice. I think it was like vodka and orange juice or maybe a gin and juice.
So a screwdriver?
Okay. That's what it seemed like.
Did you say a gin and juice?
I think a gin and juice sounds sick.
I love gin and juice.
Well,
Donovan Mitchell's going to be like, I heard you on the podcast. I was drinking Negroni, some
no,
real
it wasn't.
drink. I think
it was like a juice of some sort, or maybe he was just drinking juice. I have no idea, but it was pretty late, so I'm assuming there's some alcohol.
You thought you were getting fucked up with him? He's just having orange juice.
Yeah, he's just having orange juice.
Right.
Hey, it turns out he was like getting ready to leave. Like that's his morning. Meanwhile, I went out drinking for 3 hours and then came back. And
did you get to see a little bit of Seattle? I love Seattle. Seattle's so cool to me.
Seattle is really nice.
It is. Yeah. We went to like the wharf area. And like
the fish market, isn't it the fish market?
Yeah. Went to a really great place called Matt's in the Market, which was this awesome restaurant. It was like Joel McHale took me and Isaac to the restaurant with some of his friends, and we went and had this amazing meal. It's called Matt's in the Market, I believe.
Matt's in the Market.
Yeah, they're in Seattle. It was really fun. And then we were drunkenly riding those Lime scooters all around, and we didn't get injured. Which I'm like, on the way there before we had started drinking, I'm like, oh, this is really scary. On the way back, I'm like, it wasn't scary at all. And I'm like, oh,
right. Because your eyes were closed.
That's how you scared yourself.
So with all these like Lime scooters and stuff and basically like, fast ass things, you don't have to wear a helmet. You don't have to do anything like that. You can just roll on the road. Like, what happened? How is that a thing?
What happened?
I don't know. That it is interesting. Like they don't
crazy.
They don't have helmet options. Like you'd think there'd be like one on the front of each one.
Well, then because everyone would get lice. Yeah, everyone would just be trading
you can't
lice.
share helmets. It just always blows me away when I see somebody
and if you put plastic
bombing like 30 miles an hour down the fucking road, and it's like, dude, that's
when you see somebody who's good on one, like down Melrose. Some of those kids are unbelievable. Hitting curves,
elite level.
Yeah.
So if you put like plastic bags in there to protect the helmet, people are going to shit in them. People are going to piss and shit in them.
Good call, Adam.
Yeah, you're the guy who shot down the helmet idea.
Recently?
Adam's covering all the bases. He's like, and even if they put plastic bags in there, they're shitting in those bags.
Have you been to Seattle or the Northwest recently?
Put a bag on
what's going on?
I was just in Oakland.
There?
Just in Oakland.
There was human shit on the sidewalk.
What? When were you in Oakland?
I saw a man smoking crack just on the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
I just want to party.
And they cleaned it up. I was like, oh, this is crazy. I was talking with Joel and his friends, and they're like, oh yeah, they cleaned it up for the All-Star game. It's much better. I'm like, oh, that's crazy, because this crazy crackhead just chased me and Isaac into the restaurant. Like literally, he's like, and we're like, see ya. And we like quickly ran
JoJo
into the restaurant
Siwa's biggest fan.
As he
that's a C-White.
ran into the restaurant.
Dude, that's kind of frightening.
Yeah, I think that's just the way of life up there. It's for whatever reason.
So yeah, Kyle. I was in Oakland for 24 hours. I went up there to do a trail race. Just did a trail race, got some dinner, got the hell out of there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oakland.
Did you drive or fly?
They're having a good time. We flew up.
Nice.
You had fun in Oakland? You got hyphy or what?
Yeah.
Yo, Oakland is wild. Like,
where were you?
Uptown.
Mm-hmm. Like gonna give it to you.
Funk, like the funk gonna give it to you.
Gonna give it to you.
Oh, right. I know that spot.
And I did think about hitting you up. It would have been like, do you want to come to the city and see me for 1 hour or whatever? I don't know what it would have been. But
definitely next time. Definitely next time, hit me up. I totally would have done that. I 1,000% would have.
It really hurts to learn this way that you were in Oakland.
Yeah, it really does. It kind of bums me out. I'm like, fuck, I would have gotten a car immediately and just been like, Anders, go run the trails, buddy.
But fucking
man.
But fucking A.
The like streets were wild on that Saturday night.
And some sideshows or what?
In a way that like you just can't do in LA or New York. So my theory is like smaller cities, they just let you kind of get away with it because it's manageable, right? Like the doors of clubs just open with the loudest music you've ever heard blasting out of it, right? Like the streets are loud. People are on the ATVs just like popping wheelies and shit, no helmets, like 12-year-olds, right?
Well, that's
and
like
it's great. It's a vibe. But I'm like, you can't do this in like a bigger city like Chicago, LA, Phoenix. But like in a town like Oakland, they're like, it's like 9 square blocks. Like,
well, I feel like isn't that Oakland's also sort of their personality? Like the hyphy movement started up there.
Shows,
so like that.
The side shows, the vehicles, all that
even
stuff.
Even outside of the hyphy shit, like, you know how like in Portland, they're like, keep Portland weird.
Yeah.
I was like, Portland, you are not weird. Oakland is on some shit. Like everybody here, like everyone here is like walking a cat or like has like a snake around their neck.
There's
or
an artist
like,
community.
There's an artist community. People are on. Everyone walking around is doing something you've never seen before.
Right. Well,
dude,
don't they say go dumb? They say go dumb.
Yeah.
You go dummy. You go dumb.
Everyone
out here
really listened to E40. Everyone like really took his lyrics
too
to heart.
dumb. It's too dumb.
Very dumb.
Oakland was like,
get smart.
On some next level shit in a way where I was like, you know, when you go somewhere and you're like, man, everywhere's kind of the same. There's the same Sparrow pizza everywhere I go.
Yeah. And you're hitting it.
You just see the same.
And we're going.
But like, we're losing the like vibe of cities. Everything's kind of the same. You get the same food, same shopping, whatever, same kind of culture almost. Oakland is like, nah. We're still doing absolutely the opposite of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Counterculture.
I love that.
I loved it because I was like, oh, I feel like I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, I love cities that like have identities. It's so fucking fun when you go somewhere and you're like, it's just unlike other places. They just, but it could be a little scary, couldn't it? Walking cats.
It's definitely like, not shocking, but you're just kind of like, oh, fuck. Like,
well, I'm sure if you see a train of people rolling with ATVs and they're going 12 o'clock on it, you're like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, what's the shit that they do now where they kind of like play chicken with cars and then swerve out
just
of the way?
regular
I'm like,
bicycle
what are these
dudes?
kids doing, man?
I know. Where they just go, yeah.
You ride the wheelie straight towards oncoming traffic and then whip away just at the last second. Yeah,
really? I haven't seen this. This seems
dude,
insane.
it's so
Well, how many kids because that's a learned skill, right? So how many kids in the learning process just drive into a Toyota Camry?
Yeah, I want to know.
All the time.
Yeah,
all the time. Those fails are in my feed. I see the kids just like going. Somebody slows down or stops, and then they just go right in and they don't give a fuck. And the person gets out, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Shut the fuck up!" And then they just like walk away. You know, you're like, "All right, cool exchange."
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. That one eludes me. It doesn't seem that cool to do. I'm usually down for the young go-hards, but like riding towards a car and almost getting hit, just I don't know.
On a wheelie too.
Yeah,
like,
that sounds kind of dope to me.
Wheelie?
Admittedly, I think that
in middle
is
school,
cool,
before school, kids would just see how many loops you could do around the school on a wheelie. That was like the entertainment while we would watch until they like opened the doors.
Wait, in middle school?
On a bike,
bicycle,
right?
Bicycle.
Okay, bicycle. Okay,
yeah.
Dude,
I thought they're just
that's the cool. That's one of the greatest
ATVs
feelings
around your.
Yeah.
Can you guys do wheelies while pedaling, or have you
That's
ever
one of the
been able
greatest
to
feelings. The birth of your child and riding a wheelie.
Right.
while
And
pedaling?
when your
have
kid
you
pops a
ever
wheelie,
have you ever been able to find that balance
do
where
it-
you can pull it up and fucking still pedal
not
No.
for very
and
far.
keep
no.
going?
Not for very
Oh,
far. No.
dude.
Would you rather be able to ride a
Kyle,
wheelie
did you?
or
Probably-
slam dunk?
Probably not anymore, but yeah, I could do my court
Well,
and
what's
back.
changed?
I could
You
do.
could?
Oh yeah, I could go up and down my court on a wheelie.
Well,
no
wait,
problem.
your best friend Blake is kind
Yeah, I
of.
don't
he's calling
remember
you
that.
out a
I
little
Will
feel
you
bit.
like-
post a video so
I
we
feel
can
like
see
that would have
this?
stuck with me.
I bet
don't
I could
remember
get
you
pretty
hitting that.
close right now with the right bike. For sure, I could find the fulcrum.
You really?
Oh, but you do
And if
it
you're
right,
listening,
bike.
Specialized Bicycles, hook my guy up. You can't pop a wheelie on any other bicycle besides a Specialized bicycle.
I think I
true.
could find it. It's like it's just great. It's fucking
I would
cool.
love to
I
see you
wish
try.
guys- Yeah,
You,
yeah, I
you
would
were gonna
definitely
have-
try.
Well,
No problem.
now we know what we're gonna do on the live show. We're gonna get you a bike,
Kyle-
and we're gonna see
Kyle
it.
comes to your city, and in the parking lot of the theater,
This was
he
like
tries
when
to
I could
pop
ride-
No,
wheelies.
he'll
Yeah,
do it
this-
on the stage. What are we doing on the parking
No,
lot?
I
you need a runway. You do need a runway
Yeah,
in
the
order to
stage.
do that.
a big
Otherwise,
stage.
it's like
No, you
It's a
don't.
huge stage.
you
What
need
do
a
you
little
mean
bit of a runway.
It's
Not
a
really.
it's a big stage. We're gonna
To
be playing
pedal?
big,
I'm talking about
big theaters.
riding like this. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you?
Yeah,
you
but
could do it
I
on
guess
your
what I'm
court.
saying is if you do it the length of a stage, that's enough for me. I don't know about these guys.
Oh, I bet I could do that.
I don't
bet
want
I
to speak
could do
for
that.
my fellow.
Well, hey, and we're gonna have to prove it because I guarantee you we can get a bike shop to loan us a bike So you
but
could
I was
do
specialized. It's gotta be
I was also
specialized.
decent at a unicycle. You know what I mean? Like I was
Okay,
all right at the
flexing.
unicycle.
That's not what we're talking
your
about.
best friend Blake from childhood doesn't remember either of these things,
Yeah,
Kyle.
I never saw
Well,
you
he's
ride
just
a
got to think a
unicycle.
little bit farther back.
No,
He's
I
gotta
remember
really
the
think
kid
about that
at our
shit.
school who rode a unicycle. His name was Elliot, and he would
I know
ride
who you're
around.
talking about. He
He'd
rode it to
ride
school
around
and
school
shit.
on a
And
unicycle.
he
Elliot
would
is
juggle.
such
This is
Elliot
Blake's
is
first
such the
hero.
name of a kid who rides a unicycle and juggles. Like,
And
if you
he
name
wore
your
a
kid Elliot,
fedora.
you know he's gonna.
He was
He's
cool.
wearing a fedora.
And he kind of like talked like this, and it was always
What?
like very
What?
chipper.
What? That's
I remember
exactly
this
how
part.
I'd imagine it. Does he
Isn't that
also wear a
crazy?
scarf sometimes? Does he also wear a
No,
scarf?
vest. He wears a vest.
He
wears
wore
a
a
vest for
vest.
sure.
Definitely had a vest.
Yeah,
he
for
definitely
sure.
had a vest. Yes, he had a vest with a
of
t-shirt
course.
under. Yes, and he had the little fedora hat, and he would do the
That was
unicycle.
such like
How do
a
people
bad
find
look
that?
of the vest and the t-shirt under. Maybe some little pins on the vest. It was
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
there were
were
pins.
If you consider
Oh, yes,
yourself
very
like
much.
a real creative kid, but really all you do is like draw dragons. You definitely had that.
Pretty
out there.
creative.
Right. I don't even know if that's a dragon drawer. I'm with you about the creativity, but like
No,
the
but you know what I
dragon
mean.
drawer, I
They
feel like
just-
that's a different genre.
They would have
of-
one thing that they would draw. It wouldn't be like they're
Yes,
an
yes,
amazing
yes.
artist that they have this huge.
I would say the vest with the fedora person, like they have like a comic strip that they write called like
Dude, he might have. I think
like
it was
like a Calvin and Hobbes type thing.
This was
Right.
kind of
But it looks like
heady.
Doug Funny.
Like kind of heady, kind of for adults.
dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying
then
to
on
be
the-
for sure.
On
It's
the
called
back
like
was
Imagination Nation or something.
on the back was a map of the school and where he's gonna put bombs. No, Elliot was nice, dude. Elliot
no,
was
that's the
nice.
Dragon
Man.
Kid. The Dragon Kid also has like he's pretending it's a castle he's drawing, but really it's like
Yeah,
schematics for the high school.
This is a castle.
Wait, your
Yeah.
gym, your fencing gym is in the same place as our gymnasium. What's going
We're
on
gonna
with your
storm
castle,
the castle
buddy?
from the back.
Why do you have lockers? Why do you have lockers in your hallways of your castle?
Dude, fuck, man. Shout out to Elliot. He was actually a really nice guy, man.
Of course he
I
was.
wonder
I
how he's
guarantee
doing.
you he had great parents who
Well-
were like, yeah, you can do anything. Ride that unicycle to school. No one will treat
Well,
you.
I feel like
no
the
one's going to
best
talk about it in
kid-
20
I think
years.
he locked it up. Did he lock it up in the bike rack? I feel like he did.
Well, hey, man, this is Oakland, dude.
Blake said you better lock it up.
Dude, by the way, you're not from Oakland.
Yeah,
so,
no, this is
yeah, you're not
Concord,
No,
from
man,
California.
Serge is
This
speaking
is
my truth, bro. I know, bro. It was crazy. We sag.
So
What?
wait,
We
what's
sag.
up?
We sag after.
You SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah.
Sag our
No,
pants.
Oh,
Uh-huh. That's true.
Yeah, all right, but it was
Sag
Concord.
our
This was
pants.
Concord.
yeah.
This
You
is
did.
Did you guys have,
did
did you
grow
guys
up
have
in
a bike
Oakland.
cage?
A bike cage? Yeah, we did. At junior high, there was a
How
bike
high
cage.
is the fence on that bike cage?
It was high. It was
Okay,
like a
good.
box. It was like almost like a wrestling, like Hell in the Cell.
Oh, I
That's
don't
where
know
we
what
had
a bike
fights.
cage is. What
Dude,
is
we
that?
used to lock our scooters up in there, Blake. We used to
Yeah.
ride scooters to school, like pedal
Yep.
scooters, when it was not fucking cool, but we were doing
Yeah,
our
no.
thing,
like
bro.
the
Like
like
a
Huffy
razor?
style,
Yeah, like where you stand on them, you know, like one
but
wheel
just
in
like
the front.
inflatable
pre-
tires, inflatable
pre-razor.
tires with the
This was
one handbrake.
Mhm.
Yeah, this
Yes.
was pre-Razor. That's important to point out. This was very
Yes.
much pre-Razor scooter. We were getting the old scooters from
Is
like
this
Toys R Us
Nash?
and fucking.
Who's making this? Who's making
Who-
the scooter? I can see it now
I
because
feel
sometimes they had
like,
like white tires, right?
Those
Yeah.
were. I feel like girl ones had white tires.
Well, no,
what
mine had
what are
white
the
tires.
bike cages?
But
Explain this to me. I did.
Oh.
We did not.
It's
have
where you had
this.
bike racks, and then there was like a
Mhm.
cage. It was like 12 feet tall, like a fence around
But
it. And
why?
Then
Why
it would
wouldn't
get
you
locked
just-
up, so people
double
could steal
lock it.
bikes.
yeah, so you can't just cut it and throw the bikes over or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cut
So
the
you locked
locks.
it in there, and then you
Because
locked them
during
in the
school,
cage.
people would just come and steal bicycles from our
Right.
school.
Really?
Yeah.
Like older
Yeah.
kids, like, you know, people who graduated
just
high school or high
adults.
schoolers.
Adults
People
who
who
need bikes.
Right.
Older
Graduated high
humans,
school.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know,
I
that's
mean,
not-
you lock your bike up at the bike rack. You lock it to.
But the racks are all in a cage.
Yeah. It's
so
double.
it's just double
And-
locked.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so
We did
5
not
minutes
have that
after
in
the
Omaha.
bell, the cage is locked. You can't get your fucking bike out. And
Right.
then like 5 minutes or like I guess when you're let out of school, the security guard unlocks the bike cage.
Well,
Mhm.
shouldn't the security guard just kind of be around the door anyways to see if someone's?
Oh, he got to eat
Stealing-
No, he's
snacks.
got to be. He's inside breaking up
Is he-
fights, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kids
dude,
are
he's
fighting.
all
Kids are
over
fighting
things.
teachers.
Dude, he's in the water fountain area. He's like cruising.
Yeah, that's true.
My
Or-
middle
why-
school is out of control right now. Apparently, there was a
Really?
fight with like 40 kids where
Oh,
they
shit.
broke the arm of the security guard,
They broke the arm of what?
Of like the security guard got his arm broken and like quit.
Dude,
kids are
There was
fighting
a
teachers
fight
now.
with 40 children going crazy, and parents are like, "We're gonna
it's
pull
social
our kids
media.
out of school."
I feel like it's everybody's just trying to get like hype off social media. So they're like, if I fight my teacher, I'm going to be a legend. And you see all these teachers.
I mean, we had kids fighting teachers all the time, but it was
Sure,
not
but
40 kids breaking arms.
Yeah, that was
That's a
more
battle
like broken
royal.
home.
Yeah, I feel like it's for the internet. It's no longer just like you hated this teacher, you've had enough, you're going to fight this person. It's like, hey, film this.
Dude,
Yeah,
watching grown men fight like pretty jacked 13-year-olds
so
Yeah.
sad.
it's
the
like
most fun
peak
thing.
entertainment because it's
Yeah.
like man
That's
who
right.
hasn't worked out in forever, but he
has man
he's
strength.
furious. He's got
Drop
man
it.
strength, and he's got
Drop it.
fury bottled up, where he just slams a kid to the floor. But then the kid is like squirrely and pretty strong, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
now
go
you're
as
talking
intended.
nerds. This
Just
is
got
the
armpit
UFC I
hair and
wanna
is like
see.
ready to go.
Yes. A just sprouted a kid that just sprouted armpit hair might have a little wispy mustache.
Right.
Just going
And
toe
then,
to
like-
toe with a 50-year-old,
Who's
you know,
on the
This is
who
what
hates
hates
his
his teacher.
teacher.
yeah.
And
This
then,
is
like,
what I'd
the-
to see.
This is entertainment to you?
And like some woman would
Absolutely.
get pushed over
Cool.
almost always, and then everyone would be like, "Stop!" and they would go like help up the woman who got pushed over, and then the kid would be like still standing there like furious, but like knew shit was
Now
bad.
you're in trouble. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Damn.
I remember
it's
we had a
cold
pregnant
world.
teacher who got pushed over in a fight, and I'm
fuck,
like,
dude.
I'm like, lady, maybe just don't even walk in there.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the hell?
yeah.
Maybe
stay
just
out.
like
She
shout.
was a hero. She was trying to be a hero, man.
So your
They
middle
cut her
school has
down.
always been a little wild.
always.
Wow for the
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
The
yeah.
best.
It's not like
So
Is there
good.
footage of this 40-man battle royal? This freaking
I
Royal
don't
Rumble?
know. I don't know if they have security cameras now. They probably do.
Well, Durs
That's
just
crazy.
I posted the Juvenile little desk. And
yeah.
Durs was like,
that, dude.
Oh yeah.
Durs
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, this
They
is
kill
this is just my high school.
it.
He's like,
is
this
just
is my high
lunchtime at
school
high
at
school.
lunch, like
I
every day.
loved that.
Which
Dad
makes
did a
me go
great
like, I
job.
wish I went to your high school because it seems so fun.
It was an
when they brought in
amazing time.
the violin, the two violins for the
That is
strings.
not my high school.
You know,
There were no
Trombone
violins.
Shorty was back
There was a
there. Did you
Sprite,
see that,
a
Kyle?
Sprite bottle, and like a pencil.
Yes, I
for
did.
Drums.
Yes, dude.
Our boy
Yes.
Trombone Shorty is a New Orleans legend who we had on House Party. He was back there. John Baptiste, who won
Yeah.
all the Grammys and is the sidekick of
Colbert.
Colbert.
Colbert's
He
his
was
sidekick.
there. It was sick. He had the whole. I mean, obviously Manny Fresh. It was Ludacris NPR Tiny Desk. I was like, man, that
Juvenile.
went
No,
off.
Juvenile.
Oh, sorry, Juvenile.
Yeah, you
Ludacris
got it right.
needs
Ludicrous that
to
you
do-
said that.
It was Ludacris.
Ludacris needs to do
Also,
one. Those
he
tiny
should do
desks are
one
great.
because I bet his would be pretty banging
It was
too. but-
cool,
Yeah.
man. It turned out really good. I liked it.
I also feel like I just saw Guar did one, and I'm not kidding. They're like
That
full
would be an
makeup.
interest-
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
also like plugged in electrically, so it's just kind of just a Guar concert, but without blood. But it was kind of funny to see.
Well,
that
they
as
always
well.
don't.
At-
They're not
at-
acoustic.
at a
Tiny
little-
desks
little
aren't
desk?
acoustic though.
They're just like they're kind of brought down
Scaled
to like
down.
min,
Yeah.
It's
like
stripped
yeah,
down,
like
yeah.
it's
Right.
minimal,
Yeah.
Is it
But
the
this
new
was still-
MTV Unplugged, essentially?
pretty much.
Now, am I crazy? I don't
Yes.
love it because it's just kind of like kitschy.
You
What,
don't
the
love
tiny
it.
desk? You don't love the tiny desk?
I
what
feel like
what pisses you off about it, dude? It seems like a good time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think it's actually sick.
I don't
It's
know.
pretty cool.
I just feel like it's a weird crossover that I don't
You,
like.
you feel like too
Wait,
many
what's the
people like it,
crossover,
so
though?
you
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
that's,
What's the-
right.
what-
That's exactly what it is. Too many people enjoy it. It brings too many people.
This is bringing joy.
It's bringing too many people joy. So Durs does not like it.
Yeah.
I kind of
Look at
want
him
to shut
trying
it down.
understand- Look at him
It
trying
just
to
seems
understand joy.
No.
He's trying to comprehend.
Eyeball pops out on a
Yeah,
spread.
it just glosses over.
Like it is no
It's
good.
not the joy thing. I understand.
Which one fucking pissed you off, dude? Was it Olivia Rodrigo? Which one? Which one didn't you like?
Honestly, I've just only seen like the clip. I've never watched the whole one through. I just it seems corny. That's all.
Dude,
Okay. Well, corny is like
Corny?
yeah,
Why?
Okay, that's
It just
subjective.
seems corny.
That's
It just
fine.
seems-
Corny is
it-
cool.
No, by the way, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying like it's bad or it's not creative. It's
No,
I'm
I
sure
would
it
love to
is.
walk down this path with you. Because
right.
yeah, I don't see it as corny. What about it is corny? Just like the fake, like the audience kind of watching.
Yeah,
The bookshelves.
I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
So
I like it because
is this in response to juveniles or all of the tiny desks? What are we responding to here? Okay.
But when you watch the juvenile one, that didn't bring you any joy being like, wow, this is fun. It's like my high school. Like I'm taking imagine if juvenile walked into my high school, got a slice of square pizza, and then sang Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, you know what I'd rather see? I'd rather see Evanston Township Cafeteria, the show. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but there's nobody's gonna like. There's gonna be far less people tuning in for that. I'm gonna just.
I doubt it. I bet it would blow a fuck up. Wait, whose desk is it?
It's a tiny one. I don't
It's
know.
It's a tiny one.
It's NPR's. It's like an NPR's
It's NPR.
desk.
He's like the music writer for NPR.
Oh yeah.
It's the guy's desk.
The guy whose desk
Jeremy
is.
Desk.
Yeah, I don't know who his name.
Richard Desk.
He's like the music critic for NPR, and it is funny to see like that they're like little office staff just in there just fucking grinding to.
I wonder what the first one was because it has
the first one I saw was the Roots. Was the Roots doing something? That's the first one I remember seeing.
The Usher one was great, where he's doing the
watch
the
this,
peace
watch
sign.
this, watch me.
Yeah. Usher, dude, he's on a.
Well, how long has Tiny Desk been going? Like, it's got to be like
looks
at
long,
least like 7
I'm looking at
years or something like that.
Yeah.
I think 7.
I'm seeing some real hipsters in these pictures.
Yeah, I feel like it started in a major hipster way.
Yeah, this
since
was
2008 is what
Adele
Todd
did
is
it.
saying.
Well,
2008.
why is it big
9,
now?
10, 11,
Why is it
12?
bigger now
Damn.
more than ever?
I
Because
feel like
it
it's
sucks?
been big a long time. It's just a few of them have hit. Like the Usher one hit last year, and it became like a very memeable thing. And then
Right.
the
I guess that's what
juvenile
I'm
one
saying.
is
It's all
just
memeable.
super fun.
Well,
The Juvenile
I think what
one
it
was
because
just
it's
a banger.
juvenile.
Memeorable.
It's like when they would have like
memeorable.
R. Kelly on Jimmy Fallon, and he'd be like, "We're all the biggest R. Kelly fans in the world, right? Here he is doing In the Closet," and you're like,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well,
but where are
admittedly-
you going to stand after? Where are you going to be when he has all the accusations? Where are you going to be then?
Where is Jimmy
I
Fallon
should
now?
cue up that
Scrub
Jimmy.
it. Scrub the episode. Scrub it.
Yeah.
No,
That
but
being
it
said,
just
I'd love
seems
to see
like
it.
how many people like Juvenile that are like watching the Tiny Desk?
Well, I think but that's what I'm saying
Well,
is I think
I mean,
like
me-
Juvenile has been such a source of like
How many
he is
Tiny Desks did you
imprinted
watch,
in the fabric
Two.
of like
Yeah, thank you. So you like, I don't know,
like
Go ahead.
truly everybody knows Back That Ass Up. Like everyone knows that
Yeah,
song.
I agree.
My mom knows
It's a
that song.
fucking
So
classic.
he's so much main.
Your mom knows that song.
My mom knows that song
She knows
really
that
well,
song.
dog.
Yeah, she
Y'all
does.
are aware my mom knows that song.
She get up
He's
on a Tiny
always
Desk.
backing that ass up.
But he's so much
mom
part of the
knows that
mainstream that like everybody's gonna want to watch that. And it's kind of going against what it originally started as, where it's just like hipsters in a hipster setting doing hipster
It was
style
all
music, and
bands
now
you
they're
haven't
like
really heard about, you know.
but now it's like Guar and
Right.
Juvenile, so it's like turning
Yeah,
it on
so
its
to
head.
me, it's like a sketch. It's like
That's kind of corny.
becoming-
I see what
Yeah.
you're saying now.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
it's
It's
definitely
like-
becoming inflated.
Is that how
and
you
it's
want to
like-
watch Juvenile?
I want to see him in.
Well, no,
I enjoyed it.
The reason
I enjoyed
liked
watching
it was
him
because
there.
it felt like you were there. Usually, when you see an
Adam,
ad like
you
that,
weren't.
it's
You weren't there.
No, but it felt like that. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, but you
Turd.
weren't
it
there.
felt like you were in like someone's office, and he was
Desk,
desk,
like a small, very small desk. Yeah.
Well,
And
I
all
think
of a sudden,
but there's also times when you want to hear music in a completely different style, like how they would do like Metallica with like the San
Also-
Francisco Symphony.
Yeah,
and that
also
shit.
stupid.
no.
Well, it's not. It's just interesting.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
know.
I'm not saying he's not interested. I'm saying that was
So
dumb
you're
too.
telling me you
Somebody
didn't
needs to
love
start- some
the
DJ
Linkin
some
Park
DJ?
Jay-Z combo.
Yeah,
That's
Collision?
exactly
Wait,
what I'm
how does
saying.
that-
It's like
how does that have to?
Oh
How
my
dare you.
God.
we've
Somebody,
covered this.
some fucking new DJ should start remaking Tchaikovsky and fucking Bach and just run that shit for how long
Okay.
those symphonies are and see what that does. That'd be
Hey,
sick.
Kyle,
I don't even know if I
idea.
know what you just said.
Huh?
Save
What?
this idea for the live podcast, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Wouldn't that be epic if you just
If
all of
they
a
did
sudden
what?
got remakes of like Bach
Those are
or like
famous
fucking
composers.
Beethoven or Tchaikovsky?
Dude, I
or-
promise you, the kid on the unicycle named Elliot has done
does
that.
this. You haven't heard the disco remix of the Star Wars theme? Come on, Kyle. This is done, dude.
Well, yeah, you haven't
have not heard that, but that's disco.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that one's sick. This is
that
building on that. This is building on that, you know?
So you had a cool idea that happened 15 years ago.
no,
That's from like 1978.
Oh, yeah. This is really old.
That's where I live, dude.
This is the last time
if it's
Kyle
already happened.
But like,
All
Blake,
his
give me
ideas
more
were
examples
really
of what
dope
this is
ideas
similar
in the,
to.
70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
That's true. I mean, that is very, very true.
What else is this similar to that also sucks?
Well, did you like Unplugged? Because
Loaded
Unplugged
question.
was a
Unplugged
different
was
way.
cool.
So why did you like Unplugged? Because that was like a.
Because you were younger and you
It didn't
hated
seem
things
forced.
less.
It seemed authentic.
you
It seemed
hadn't
like
felt the pain of childhood.
didn't-
fully.
You weren't as
it didn't
jaded.
seem like. It didn't seem like. It just seemed authentic. It seemed real. This seems like a fucking kitschy kind of like. Well, this is kind of funny.
Yeah, but don't you think you have to find a way nowadays with the influx of media to get people to look
I don't have
at
to do
you?
anything.
There has to be some kind of
This pod is over.
kitschy kind of like
No,
weird
nothing is
thing.
real. Nothing is authentic. Everybody knows everybody's watching all the time. To like
Your
truly-
emotions right now, Blake, those are authentic.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe
maybe that's.
and you're not laughing because it's real.
Yeah, maybe that's. Oh, and Kyle has weed. That's pretty
Speaking
cool,
of authentic,
dude.
this guy's right on
Dude,
brand.
I've been smoking a lot lately. Those are
Have you?
those are the little selfies, aren't they?
tiny
They're
joints.
little. They're these guys.
I like those.
You have these.
The pure beauties. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
like those.
Beauty. How's that? How do they stack up to the
They're,
rest of the
they're
weeds
good.
out there?
I'm more of a Lowell's guy myself. The pure beauties.
Oh yeah, I like Lowell's too.
Are a little
I like
more
Lowell's.
expensive and a little smaller.
Points.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm a Lowell's guy.
You know what's weird? This joint is so small, right?
Mhm.
And I want one that's smaller.
Really?
The selfies are smaller. Selfies
I want
you
one that's
truly can
smaller.
crush all by yourself.
So why don't you just hit a pipe?
I don't
Yeah,
like
'cause
the
smoking
butane. I'm
joints
not
are
all
way
about
better.
the butane kind of thing, I guess. You know, Aren't you-
Butane?
Well, you know how
match.
can you imagine that though? Like I think about this because I smoked for so long and I smoked weed for so long. I think about when I light a lighter and I'm like taking that first drag and inhaling it. Isn't that fucking horrible for you with the butane? Don't you think so?
I guess don't be a bitch because
Kyle, it's too late. You
It's
did it
fine.
for 20 years.
Yeah,
I know,
you
it is
fucked
too
up.
I mean,
late.
you're 9
Yeah.
years old to 29
Well, and also,
doing
like-
that.
11. Yeah.
Well,
11.
remember,
there's so
didn't
many
they-
things that are going
19
to take you
years.
down.
Jesus.
The light, it probably isn't going to be it. You know, like all
Well,
the other
you're
things
right. I
that
mean,
you've
that's-
done to yourself are what
Yeah.
is going to take you
Didn't
down.
they used to say that the most deadly and poisonous drag of the cigarette was the very first one? Like somehow
Okay,
they're.
that's what I'm talking
I
about.
remember hearing that they said like the very first hit, like all the poisons are in the tip of the cigarette or something like that.
No,
But
not,
is that
definitely
real,
not real.
man?
I think it's the first one
Maybe
is the
it's
worst
urban.
because then you're smoking a cigarette after that.
There you go.
See,
Yeah.
That's pretty
Adam
good.
puts two and two together.
That's good.
Yeah,
Give
The
him
man.
some
worst
Holy
one is the
shit,
first
dude.
one because now you're smoking cigarettes.
Gonna
Yeah.
be a
Yeah,
lot more.
that's
The worst
true.
one was the first one.
Any
That's
take
Yeah, there's
backs,
all sorts of
apologies?
propaganda like that to just keep
Against
kids
cigarettes.
off drugs.
Yeah, come on, be honest about it. They're not that bad. Cigarettes
They're
are
kind of cool,
fine.
dude. They're kind of cool.
All the propaganda against smoking.
Yeah, everybody's like shitting
Dude, it's
on smoking
bullshit.
cigs.
There's
but-
so
Really,
much
who is the-
fucking-
You got to look behind the money. Who's going against cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
Somebody
well
is out
said.
there getting rich
Yeah.
and taking the money you were spending on cigarettes and applying it somewhere else. So
Hey,
I'm
makes
just
Kyle,
gonna
sense.
back up cigarettes.
Can I give a compliment?
Sure.
I'm gonna give a compliment to Kyle for not getting into vaping.
Oh yeah.
I
okay.
feel
Big
like
shout out.
once upon a I feel like slide and door style. Like if Kyle was 10 years younger, huge vapor.
He would have been
Yeah,
the vape king.
dude.
He would have been in those contests in Vegas
Dude,
to show how
vaping
much
is
vape
Yeah.
can come out of his lungs.
Yeah, blow
Vaping
a
is so
ring
weird.
through Bilbo's
Yeah.
boat or whatever. What's
Yeah,
the-
blow a boat through Bilbo's O's.
Yeah,
like
that's
vaping is
lyric
like
from Toby.
100 times worse than cigarettes, right? Because you do it all the time. You
I
carry
don't know,
it
but-
indoors. You
See again, that's
never
big
stop.
anti-vape telling you.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's
actually good for
well,
you.
there's something. There's some,
really
have you guys
good.
heard
The
about
fruit
the,
flavor's
the,
healthy.
The vape shit that's called the bad shit that's called popcorn lung. Like you can develop
Right.
popcorn lung from this shit.
Yeah, it sounds
Delicious.
Delicious.
I've been told that that also
It's movie
happens
theater
with smoking cigarettes or smoking anything. Like
Oh,
smoke
like
is just not good for your lungs. So
Yeah, smoke's bad.
I don't think it's specific to vape, but
yeah, that's why I'm like not sure about even smoking these anymore because
probably not.
I'm like,
smoking isn't good for you, but you smoke way less weed than you did cigarettes or kids do with vapes. You know what I mean?
That's
you just
very
smoke
true.
I don't know.
Kids
vape. Kids vaping too.
That's what I'm saying. You smoke less weed than you do, like because you smoke a joint and then you're high for a few hours, and then you might smoke another one later. But like,
you might.
Yeah,
but with ciggies, dude, like there was time when we were making Workaholics, I would smoke 40 a day. At least.
40 cigarettes?
I believe it, dude. I remember when Kyle started our house on fire from all his
Orville
cigarette
Redenbacher over here.
2 packs, dude. At least 2 packs.
2 packs an episode?
No, a day.
A day, 2 packs for John Wayne.
This dude counts per episode.
Per episode.
I was 2 packs of the like orange American spirits, like at the end there.
God.
And what is the orange as opposed to the blue that I'm familiar
American
with?
spirits were weird. They were like, it's pure tobacco, no additives, but I don't know
Kyle
what
thought
that
he was
means.
being healthy. He's like, this is basically a salad.
Thing sucks.
Right.
Yeah, and they had cool colors like orange and yellow and blue.
I'm smoking a salad right
get
now.
you. Yeah.
But the blue is the traditional, and orange must have been like a flavor or like
It's like
no
lights
filter
or ultralights, which I never really understood what the lights and ultralights are.
And did they taste the same or not really? You could really taste the difference between
Kyle
like a
tasted
light
them.
and a full-fledged.
I remember
They're
I liked
harsher,
the
for
light
sure.
ones. Yeah, the light ones I could smoke more of, which that was the goal. Was to
have you guys
smoke a lot.
Have you smoked like a Marlboro Red? Those shits is fucking hard, dude.
I never did.
Camel
I remember
Red,
when
dude.
Blake went through his little smoking phase when he would like
Hey, man.
go and just
Sometimes you just gotta take the edge off.
Would you smoke like one an episode or something?
didn't ever smoke and then
I'm gonna
That's a
save some of
wrap,
this for
baby.
later.
Cigarette.
That's a wrap, baby.
That did me right. I'm
Sorry.
gonna finish this later. I do think I went outside after filming an episode and saw Blake smoking, and I was like, "This is a phase."
I saw him, dude. I saw him smoking once in his Jeep, like driving
Me
home.
too.
I'm like, when did you start smoking? He's like, I have one every once in a while.
I
I'll take the
smoke
edge
now.
off. I'm like,
That's
what?
cool.
What?
Yeah.
We're 30 years old. Why would you start now?
Donkey.
Dude. Took
Well,
a
I
lot
would
to be
like
Blake
to
Henderson.
start the Take Backs Apologies Epic giveaways, and I'd like to. I
give
would
it
like
to
to
Dirk.
apologize.
I started it
it.
with a compliment.
Well, he's starting it
okay.
up again,
Yeah,
bitch.
I'm gonna start it up
Goddamn.
again. Then I'm gonna wrap
Adam
it up.
has not been listening.
I like
Yeah,
it
I
when
tuned
Adam
out about
says-
20 minutes ago.
I like when Ash says, "Oh, okay." Well, anyway,
Anyway,
I'm gonna start it.
Moving on.
Oh, okay.
we got?
well, I'm going to add to it, and I'm going to give JoJo Siwa the benefit of the doubt because she
Siwa
did
Nation.
suck when I met her. She was not
What
cool.
the fuck?
She was not cool, and I didn't like her upon first meeting, and I was prepared to really like her, so it bummed me out. But
Yeah.
maybe she was just having an off day, or maybe she just absolutely doesn't give a fuck about meeting me, which could very well be the case. So yeah,
Here's my theory, you guys. Because we're striking right now and Adam can't do press, he's saying crazy shit like this so that it goes viral, and they go,
There we go.
Adam Devine, star of movie
star of
we
this
can't
movie
talk
that-
about,
yeah.
went after JoJo. Is this what's happening, Adam?
Yeah, that's
No,
brilliant.
none
dude.
of it was premeditated. It was just,
And that's how you know it was.
okay, fair enough.
He's chess, man.
And
Chess.
that's-
Not
yeah,
checkers.
this is not
This is why I'm so good at it.
I just want to give a special shout out to Elliot. Wherever you are, may you still be unicycling, drawing dragons.
He's in
wearing
Oakland.
vests.
He's there.
Oh yeah,
Walking
he
his
started the
cat.
No, he's in
movement.
Concord.
He's walking his
living-
cat.
He's living in
He's
Concord.
He's the mayor of Concord now.
Yeah.
I love you, Elliot. I miss you.
What's up, Big E?
Sick.
Big E, baby.
Does he
Now,
remember you?
Elliot, he used to wear the vest with the t-shirt underneath.
Mhm.
What do you think? What's the equivalent of what kids wear now? Do they still wear the vest with the t-shirt underneath, or have they moved on and they
Ooh.
wear something slightly different than that?
Mm.
Is it one of them like see-through things, like you wore like a see-through crochet thing with a t-shirt
No,
underneath?
that's
No,
hot
those are
boys.
expensive.
those are hot
That's
boys.
hot
Those are
boy
cool
shit.
hot boys.
I was trying.
I
to
would
dig
argue
on
it
him. I
might
was
have
trying to
circled
dig on him.
back at this point. Like, kids,
Yeah, it might have-
that
might have
kid
looped
might be
back.
wearing that again because like 90s, a lot of buttons on this vest.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, they're watching Tiny Desk. You know,
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
That's
Oh,
true.
Tiny
It's coming
vest,
back.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's
Tiny
probably
vest.
working at the
Okay,
tiny
some
desk.
late points from Kyle. I like
Oh,
that.
that got points. Wow.
I'll give it to you, man. That was a buzzer beater. I wish I had a buzz ball.
A moment of gratitude for the points. A moment of gratitude. What would be
the version of what is that outfit?
The vest? What is a it's like a theater kid, but he's not fully entrenched in theater. He's more of an outside creative. I don't know who that person is.
We just are all tapped out. Is it like
we got to go back and do
I'm
work
starting
at
the pants
schools.
I'm starting the pants and shoes. I'm like, are they wearing like dress shoes to school, right?
Yeah,
or
maybe
like
a loafer.
Yeah, they're for sure wearing some kind of loafer, slip-on, like slipper, like a nighttime slipper that they're wearing to school.
Right.
Or bowling shoes. They might be wearing
classic.
bowling
Good
shoes.
call. Great call.
Bowling shoes is a good look.
Because it's like, oh, how'd you get those? Well, I'm a little naughty. Watch me juggle.
I stole them. What are you going to do?
I forgot I was wearing them.
Oops.
Yeah. This kid knows magic too, right?
Oh, for days. He did
definitely.
lots
So
of
what
like
are the
coin
pants?
tricks.
What are the
absolutely.
pants?
I want to say
are they loose?
Corduroys.
Corduroys and or like the golf pants, like kind of a.
They're a baggy.
Golf pants.
They're a baggy
cords,
dress pant, like a real loose. I feel
like a tapered, like fucking like 20s big baggy pants, like Newsies pants or something.
Yeah, they're ready to do some like tap dancing, like Gregory Hines tap dancing,
like
pants.
pleated dress pants.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I want to say he also wore a lot of cut off jorts as well, which was kind of sick.
Yeah. Okay.
So this guy's tight. Never mind. Hey, Elliot's the shit, dude.
I bet that they're
cool.
tight. They're the
I'm
tight cutoff shorts, though. Just now.
Pretty tight. He's going to show his hog. I mean,
and by the way,
the one thing I forgot to tell you.
In Oakland, saw a guy probably 50 walking with a chain wallet, and the chain was dragging on the ground.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, that's fire, dude. Just so somebody can step on it.
I got a buddy that still rocks a chain.
Well, that's probably
down
his way
ground?
of saying I don't have a wallet. It's kind of like the thing with cars get bits all the time out there, so they just leave the windows down. So it's just your way of saying there's no point.
Don't rob me.
Right.
Yeah, I have
There's
nothing.
no wallet.
Yeah, there's no wallet. Why even steal from me? I have no wallet.
But what's it attached to?
Zero.
It's gotta. Sometimes you could attach it to the.
You
belt
can't just
and
stuff
the
it in the
loop.
back pocket, right?
You can attach it to the belt loop in the pocket. And actually, I feel like at that time there was pants that were made with a loop that you didn't have to have a wallet. You could just connect it to your pants.
Real poser.
Well,
this is what I feel
Those
like.
are called dungarees, and they're to put hammers in.
No, not down there on the back wallet, specifically for your wallet to look like you have a wallet, but you don't have one.
Is the chain wallet just so people don't steal your wallet?
That's originally
and
it's
so
bikers.
you don't lose it.
It's bikers.
So
it's sitting on a motorcycle.
And the vibrating
on the back
because it eventually will flip out from the
That's why they got the snaps on it too, so it can't open it just like that's the original.
And we learned a lot this episode, guys.
We really did. That's fucking cool.
It's
all
never
important.
stops being important.
Now
it's all very, very important.
Cool. This is another episode of
This
is important.
Important.
That's cool, man. This is cool.